Since we're in the Output tab, I want to show you tokenized watermarking. That came about in Capture One Pro 10.1. It's a nice feature, and the reason why I like it is that you can watermark your images during output, but they all don't have to have the same watermark. For example, here we have Flower Box, here we have Gaslamp, South Carolina, and the token that I'm using is description. So if all these images have different descriptions, then those different descriptions will show up as I output the images. Now I'm using a process recipe JPEG 1600 pixels, and all I do is come over to the very far tab right here, watermark, and most of the time it's going to be on none, right? That's the default. But if you want to add a watermark, then you choose either text or image. Yes, you can use your logo for your photography business if you wish. We'll go ahead and choose text. In terms of what that text actually is, what text it's going to pick up out of the metadata, go to the three dots, and you have all of your options here. There are some presets. For example, you could do for position only. So if you're exporting a batch of images for potential layout, you don't want them used in the final production, at least without making sure that all the I's have been dotted and T's have been crossed, then you could put FPO. And you can position this anywhere you want. So for instance, for FPO, you might want to put it right in the middle, and then you may want to go ahead and adjust the size of that. For example, we could come up here and make it really big. So you maybe want to do something like this. Maybe not quite that big. How about like that? And there you go. And then that way it won't be missed. Now, in terms of position, you notice that I use the hand to move it around. That will be the same for all the images in the batch. So that is the one thing that will be consistent. You also have a choice of fonts. You have choice of opacity. So if you want to pull that opacity down or you want to bring it up at 100%, you can do that. You have scale choices, although you can change font size. So it's kind of up to you on how this works. Same thing, we have horizontal and vertical positioning, but you can use the hand to drag them around, but maybe you want something specific. So we'll go ahead and do for position only, since we're here, keeping in mind, of course, that we could do just about anything that we want in terms of tokens. And again, if I click on those three dots, I have all of these available to me in any sort of combination. I just click and drag them right up there. And then if I have a combination that I want to use again and again, then I can go up here to the very top and save it as a user preset. I've done that. I have a couple right here. I have a description, watermark, user preset, and a DEX copyright. But right now we'll stick with FPO because I sort of like it. I mean, how can you miss that? Everything else, of course, is just like our output from before. And I think for our output location, let's just go ahead and put it on the desktop. We'll set that as our output folder right there. And we'll just pick, let's say we'll pick a couple of them here. So we'll pick that one. And we'll pick this one. That'll do it. I just want you to see how it works. And then we'll come down here to process summary. And we'll process. All right, let's see what we did. Now I thought I set them up for desktop. Where did I send them? Here they are. I made a folder mistake. See, so when you make a folder mistake, you won't feel bad. You go, hey, Derek did it in the movie, and he's supposed to know how this works. So I think what I did was, in the output recipe, I needed to change that to desktop. So anyway, here we go. Let's take a look at these. There we go, for position only, right there. Very nice. And then let's just go back and clean up my boo-boo. And right here in the process recipe for the JPEG, 1600. See, right there, that was my mistake. I should have selected output location. which is desktop. Let's do it again. We already have 2 images there, so they'll probably be +1s. But let's go ahead and do it again. All right, here we go. There they are. Did I redeem myself? I hope so. So these are the ones we just did. They're the +1s because these already existed. And there you go. So that is tokenized watermarking. It all happens right here in the Output tab. And when you're done, and this is kind of something that I've been saying all along with other stuff in the Output tab, go ahead and go back to none. Once you're done, go back to none. And then on your process recipe, I'm going to go back to full size there, just so I don't have any complications when I'm doing other tasks here in the application. Very handy feature. I like it a lot, and there's how to use it.